Yes, people. It's your host doing the most. It's Cass, and I'm joined by Liverpool scumbags, as you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna rub it in a little bit more. Can't help myself about Sunday. Just a little bit. But now we're able to talk about Liverpool season so far. And who better to talk about the season so far than the anti-Liverpool man himself, Tom Little, who doesn't want the favour Xabi Alonso because guess what? He's thinking logic rather than emotional intelligence. And also joined by Coppish finest Cal, and Matt will be here in about 10 minutes. See, when Cal says when Matt says 10 minutes, that really means maybe 20. So give or take. And we got a debutant. Her name is Nams. Go easy on her. Yeah, she supports Liverpool. Don't be surprised. She gives the soft tones. Don't believe it. Trust me. Her Twitter's reckless. You know what Roms is like. See, Roms is all calm, collected. I want to talk nicely on the panel. You go to his Twitter and you're like, wait, what's going on here?
No, you go Roms' Twitter and you wouldn't think he's a Liverpool fan. It's just Arsenal. He replies to Arsenal fans. He tweets about Arsenal. I barely see anything about Liverpool. I've seen him more. I've seen him more at the Emirates than I've seen him at Anfield.
You know, to be fair, Roms, he goes to a lot of games, you know, and Anfield. He makes the trip to Liverpool quite a bit. He was just at the Burnley game not too long ago, the one where he just smashed them 5-1, 5-0.
Yeah, no, but Kaz, don't ruin my joke and my agenda. He's a closet Arsenal fan who goes to Emirates more than he goes Anfield.
Oh, Roms is my guy. But Cal, man, how's things? Feels like you ain't been on there forever, but you was only on here like last week.
A couple of weeks. Yeah. I mean, I gotta just keep it 100 with you. You've been very gracious in winning, a lot more gracious than I have been in the past. So I appreciate that. Shocking. Sunday hurt.
Shocking. See, this is the difference. I jump on and straight away, first channel, 7-0. Who was the first one on the channel? Me. Guess who had a shot for all of the time? Me. Yeah, a 4-3 little winner, not even in the league. Guess who doesn't get an invite? Because I don't know about these guys, Cal. Like, all they want to do is mock it and rub it in. So I really like that. They want to be objective, Cal.
I just say I hold my hands up. You took a humbling from us, and you were first on the scene. So I should have had that same energy. So I apologize. But congratulations on the win. It hurt a lot, especially when I got left on the screen by myself, by Matt and Drift. It hurt a lot. But yeah, I'm here now.
Mr. Timothy, how you feeling about Xabi Alonso?
Hey, he's having a very good season, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed.
He's unbeaten. He's doing very well. Still not the guy I want, but yeah, fair play to him. He's going to enjoy Bayern next year, isn't he? So,
you know what? We should join. You know what? Let's just bring Specs in there, just because. Why not? He was hurt as well for Newcastle losing. But yeah, Nams, you need to be nervous. Be yourself.
No, I'm good. I'm all good.
To put you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But how are you feeling though, man?
I'm good. Still reeling from Sunday, but April 7th, soon come. I'm going to get our revenge. So I'm all good.
You lying to. I wonder if I get an invite in it, Cal.
We all get our revenge. I'm telling you.
You all get invites. I get you invite Goonally. But yeah, look, we're going to do the breakdown of Liverpool season so far away from the game. Make sure you smash the like button. The like button is very, very important. 50 likes. We can raise that to about another 50 if you guys actually done your jobs. If you don't mind, we give the job of entertaining you lot, and you give us the job by liking the content back. But I'm going to start with you, Cal, because obviously, let's go over the news of today anyways. It's not really got nothing to do with your season at this moment of time, but someone that you prefer over at right back's Connor Bradley. So now we're seeing Trent to Real Madrid, and it's tweeted by yours truly, Fabrizio Romano, about Real Madrid keeping tabs on your bowl. I think he might be, the so-called generational talent, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
So-called, he definitely is generation.
I like you. I trust me. The thing is, I have to do it because people like Marcus says, "Oh, Catch, you might as well be a Liverpool fan at this point. You love Trent. Yes, I love Trent. He's a baller. What?
A baller, yeah, he's a baller.
You don't want me right back.
Shall I be honest with you? Again, I don't want to crap on Fabrizio or any journalist. We are one of the most reactive fan bases on X, right? When you got the blue tick next to your name now, it means you can get paid for impressions, clicks, views, etc.
Okay.
So if we're the most reactive fan base, and one of the players we love the most as a fan base is our Scouser, Trent, and there's been no contract talk with Trent, and obviously we're getting a new manager, and you're one of the biggest journalists, if not the biggest football journalist, with a fantastically growing account and a big account. How can you make some quick money? Tweet about Trent going to Real Madrid, right? Here you get a Real Madrid fan base going, you get the Liverpool fan base going, and you get rival fan bases going as well. With all due respect to Fabrizio, I'd love to genuinely know how he knows this information, considering he's not known anything about any Liverpool news for the last couple of years. Why? Because Liverpool have shut their door on pretty much all journalists apart from Paul Joyce. Even James Pearce doesn't get any information from the club. So how does Fabrizio get that information? And two, who's to say Ancelotti would want Trent? And who's to say Ancelotti's even going to want to be there or going to be there next season to bring Trent in? Yeah. Again, generational talent. Most clubs would want Trent. Most clubs adore Trent. Doesn't mean Trent's going to go there, and doesn't mean the club's going to try and get him.
I'm just saying, innit? Who are we? You're going to get a whole DM by Fabrizio saying, you make fake news about me? Yeah.
I mean, it's not fake news. Everything I've said is kind of factual, to be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no one, you can't really discredit a Fabrizio. The tweet itself obviously doesn't, you know what? When you actually break down the tweet, this is the best part about it. And this is why
sorry to cut you really quick.
Go on.
Did Fabrizio break any news about Endo in the summer coming to Liverpool? He didn't break that news.
Didn't break it, but I mean, it's not there. But it's not just that.
To be fair, I will say Fabrizio was the first one on the Endo stuff because he just kept calling it a surprising transfer, and I've never seen him use that language before. He just kept having a go at us, going, "It's a surprising transfer."
But he throws out buzzwords. Doesn't mean he's right. When it comes to other clubs, yeah, he's up there. But when it comes to Liverpool,
because Liverpool is special.
We are that as well.
To be fair, if we break down the tweet, Nams, the tweet didn't directly say Trent wants to go. It probably means what most clubs are doing right now. He said Real Madrid are keeping tabs on obviously his contract situation. It's kind of surprising that you're, Scouse, bred, and all that kind of stuff. You could say was the star boy until Conor Bradley came about. Since he's the new one. Obviously, everyone's going to want Trent, right? Like, look how good this player is. But some people in the midfield, I don't know how you feel about the Trent. Would you sell him? Would you keep him? I think it's I don't even know why we're even having this conversation. But he said himself on the Jude Bellingham post, Galacticos with a star face. Yeah. Carvajal's getting old. It makes sense. Who fits Real Madrid better than a Trent?
Trent ain't going. Like, I'm not worried. Like, we're going to give him, like, a contract, but I saw a tweet saying that people think it's a play from his agent, but I don't think it is. I just think it's Real Madrid trying to like destabilize because they know he's not signed a new contract yet. But I do not see Trent going anywhere at all. I think once Salah leaves, Trent will be the highest paid player in our team. So I have no doubt he's going to be there forever, pretty much.
What do you make of his time though? Like, are you still in the boat that he should still be a starting right back? Are you also in the boat where it's like, I want to see him transition to midfield along those lines?
It's a tough one because I do believe his best position for me personally is right back. And I know a lot of people disagree with that. They do think he's a midfielder, but I think what he provides for us at right back in terms of going forward, I feel like that's hard to do in midfield. So for me, he's a right back. I know a lot of people disagree, but when he's played in midfield in the past, I've not been too convinced just yet. But then again, he's not had too many starts there. So that could just be an adaptable thing if he gets more starts going forward. So yeah, but for me right now, he's a right back. Although I love Conor Bradley, love him to pieces, but Trent is number one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so glad you did that because I thought Cal was going to have a response. I was looking for that exact response. That response. Tom, what finds it a bit, this makes me think that Trent's not going nowhere, right? It says when he come out with what he said couple times now. Not even before that, about the quad stuff, and then obviously about what it means to him. And Liverpool, just for him to leave at the end of the summer would mean it kind of means like, wait, you just done a whole Fabian Delph, you know what I mean? And then you bought to Man City after you just confessed your love for Aston Villa. And then you also got Van Dijk's contract situation as well. How would Liverpool ever let go or let to waste two captains in one go? You're trying to do your best Chelsea impression if that's the case, isn't it?
Van Dijk's not going to go, but Trent, as much
Did he
as I
tell
don't
you
want
that?
him to,
Did he tell you that?
we're not going to let Van Dijk. He's the one that's most
You've
likely
been,
going to
you've been talking to Errol, innit? Because he's boys with Van Dijk now, yeah, after that Google advert. Errol, by the way.
But as much as I don't want Trent to go, and I think that if he stays, he becomes the centerpiece that you build around. I could see him going. There is a world where he goes, 100%. I look at it in the sense that people need to understand Trent is not going to be this generation's Gerrard because he hasn't had the hardships that Gerrard had. He hasn't had to play with the shit teams that Gerrard's had to play with, which in turn being the driving force which kept them teams relevant, which endeared them.
Big up Sammy Huppier and John Arnorisa, man. Shit teams.
Yeah, but for every John Arnorisa and Sammy Hippier, there was a Jimmy Traore.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy did hold it down in Champions League final.
Oh, yeah, and a Jamie Carragher.
There was a Crom camp. Let's say Crom camp.
For every Xabi Alonso, there was an Aquilani sort of thing. Like he never had them same teams. And as much Trent could, ability wise, he's never going to reach Gerrard's level of ability. I think Gerrard was the better player, but Trent would, become his own thing at Liverpool. But I don't think he's ever been this player who wants to be a one club man. I also don't believe there's much allure to being a one club man anymore. You just get moaned at for it now. It doesn't do your legacy any good. Everyone just sort of goes, "Oh, so you can't do it in another league. So you're just trying to stay in comfort zones." Madrid would want Trent because Madrid want world class players, and Trent is a world class player. They would find a way to make it work. They would just chuck Valverde in a graveyard shift on the right wing and let him invert, and then job sorted. When Trent scores out, Valverde's there. It's something I could see happen. I don't want it to happen because I see any manager coming in looking at Trent and going, "There's one of my players that I build around it. There's my key guy for the next 10 years."
Facts.
But the allure of Madrid is something. And I look at what's he got left to achieve at Liverpool.
Yeah, that's what I kind of look at, like, but I just
he hasn't got unless he's that desperate to become captain.
But the thing is, I think he's in line to become captain. After Van Dijk has his couple years left, he is in line to be, and he'll be at such a good age as well, especially when Liverpool going through a rebuild phase of a manager and that. The last thing you want to do is abandon Liverpool, when you got potentially Mo Salah leaving, which is going to be hard to replace in goals and assists alone, let alone experience alone. I think he stays, by the way, and we'll talk about that for at least another year. But with Trent right now, I don't think it makes sense. I don't think he needs to leave. I think he needs to get Liverpool back into the Champions League, and he probably wants to play Champions League with them at least a final time or so, maybe, and get a good fee. Like, think about the fee. What you're going to get?
The thing is,
that's 100 million right there. No,
the thing is, and the part that just plays in my mind about it, I agree on all that, except Trent isn't 30. This isn't a last move for Trent. Trent could go Madrid 5 years, live it up in Madrid, and then come back at 30, and then do another 5 years at Liverpool. And he'd be welcomed back with open arms. This isn't like a situation where this is the last big move. This is him in the prime of his career. He's got years ahead of him. He could make that move and come back. That's the part that's sticking in my head. That's something I could see him doing. As much as I don't want it to happen, and I'll reiterate again, I don't want it to happen. I see Alonso putting him in the midfield and building around him in the most likely outcome. The allure of Madrid is something that can't be understated. And I just don't believe that Trent, as much as he is a scout and this, that, and the other, he's not got much left to achieve at Liverpool at this point in time. Yeah, and he could just whatever he hasn't achieved yet, he can just achieve when he comes if he left and come back. That's stuff that I see, and it just playing in my mind. If you were to ask me out of all the players, because we've got 3 big players whose contracts are up, Trent's honestly the one that's most likely in my eyes to try and make that switch.
Oh, Van Dijk and Salah.
I see us giving Van Dijk and Salah new deals. I don't see where Salah goes apart from outside of Liverpool. Van Dijk would stay at Liverpool. Trent's got suitors. That's the worry. That's the worry.
Let me run this quick. PID basic as well. Big up, Cass. Just to reiterate what I said on Coppish. Big up for the balanced rival content. Rare commodity. PS. No Horsey City tonight. Big up, Cal. I big up mine, man. He got rushed by 4 of Liverpool fans, man. But Martin's a good guy, man. It's all good, man. I'm sure they're gonna stream together again. Anyways, don't worry.
We'll end up, yeah.
It's all both good guys, man. Not sure if it's on their agenda, but thoughts on Danny Mills' view on Klopp, possible uncomfortable conversation, perhaps. Someone's got to let me know what was Danny Mills.
Danny Mills said Jurgen Klopp's overrated because he only won 1 Premier League. And to that, I just say yeah. If you want to say that, sure, but no other manager in the league has to compete with Pep Guardiola. There's only so much he can do when he's competing with Pep.
You saying Nam's overrated? Overrated? No. Yeah, you lot are never going to give that up, are you?
I'll say he's definitely not overrated. I think he could have achieved more.
Oh
he's
yeah,
definitely not overrated. Like, what are we doing here?
Nah.
Not overrated.
What are you saying? He's underrated?
Well, if we're going on Danny Mills' approach, and yeah, clearly.
There you go. Monsters, your underrated 11+ manager, Klopp. EOS 27. Gerrard played with a great striker of this generation, though. Who's that?
Torres.
I mean, Suarez and Torres.
Torres wasn't the best striker of his generation, and Gerrard was a DM when Suarez played. So it's not like, and even then, he had Luis Suarez with Ali Sissoko at left back, Glenn Johnson at right back.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't know
it was a walking own goal and Sacco at centre back. There's only so much.
I didn't know Danny Mills is still like. I didn't even know he existed these days. I was still relevant. I know Danny Murphy, but Danny Mills.
He's on TalkSport. That's all.
There you go. It says everything you need to know. Obviously, Carl, you've been quite. The whole Trent situation with you has been a bit of like the question mark of the central midfield and right back. We don't need to get into it too tough, and it's up to you, innit? But he said himself, apparently he sees himself as a midfielder. So maybe seeing him at right back, would that make no sense if he was to go to somewhere like Real Madrid anyways? If you want to play central midfield, look how many central midfielders they got. They're all ballers. Tony Kroos these days because he ain't got legs. That's Schweinsteiger right there. But no one wants to admit it. But we continue.
Yeah, I completely agree. I said that as well. I was like, he's come out numerous times and said he sees himself as a midfielder going forward. So when everyone goes, Carvajal and even yourself, Tom, say he can do the inverted. Yeah, he could go there and do the inverted, but I don't know if he wants to do that anymore. I just think he sees himself as a midfielder. And I look at the Fulham game where he scored the winner early on in the season and other games where he actually played in midfield. You just see how happy he is. And I think a happy footballer usually plays their best football. So why not let him play in the position where he believes he's best, where he believes he's going to be happiest? And that's centre midfield.
Big up, obviously, Matt's just joined in. We just talk about Trent. The Trent around Madrid, like, does it make sense? Does it not make sense? Kind of that situation. But what are you saying, anyways, man? Good to see you on here for the second time ever.
Why are you doing that about second time ever? This guy, No, but bigger everyone though. All right. So in terms of the whole Trent scenario,
yeah.
I'll be real. We should be a little bit concerned. I understand he's a scout, so wants to be captain and whatnot, but he hasn't signed that new deal yet. And in my opinion, should have signed that deal last summer. Real Madrid are obviously looking for an opening. Do I think he will go there? No, not right now. But the longer this carries on, the more I'm a little bit more worried, if you get what I'm saying.
Nams, all right. You know what? Actually, just the final part on Trent. If you had to say there's a price considering his deal running out, what's the is it? It can't be a free this summer, is it? It's next year.
No. Summer 2025.
1 year left in this deal. I've seen a Hazard go for 100 million. I'm not saying Trent's anywhere near Hazard, but if we're talking generational in terms of right back, how much are we talking?
150 max, like more.
I got told I'm super for Kobe Minu for saying 150 million.
150, 100%. Like, that guy is literally priceless to me. Like, I feel like there's no price on him. He's got to be the most valuable player, one of the most valuable players in football right now. If you're talking about what he provides and his profile, etc. So yeah. So
if we're talking 70, is she saying 150 million? If we're being realistic. What we saying then? If he's not priceless and what he means to you on a realism, how much is he really worth then? Because I would say if I'm looking at Real Madrid, you just got Mbappe for free. You've got money. Yeah.
I'd say like 90.
170.
I need to know if there's no
Realistically,
if there's no chance he signs that new deal, if there's no chance that whatever we achieve in the next season can convince him to sign on, I'd take 80, 90. Because I cannot justify losing Trent Alexander-Arnold on a free.
Well,
That's what can't happen.
Marco Correa went for like 60 mil as a left back that hasn't achieved anything in the game. You know, we're seeing all these prices flying around.
But that was Todd Bowley.
80 million. Yeah, but this is Real Madrid.
Yeah, this is a smart football club.
But I thought Liverpool's a smart football club.
Edwards is back.
I was going to say, with Edwards back, we moved different with Edwards.
You moved Coutinho. Somehow you shifted Coutinho. How much was Coutinho?
147 or 142, or something like that.
105 up front, 142 overall.
Man said
170
for Trent. So you're both saying, left hand side saying price, the other one's more realistic on the right hand side. I hear it.
Let's just bear in mind though, everyone pulls up the Coutinho one as like Edwards maddest deal. That man got 16 million for Jordan Ibe, 4 million for Brad Smith, who I don't even think ever played a game in the Premier League again. 26 million for Ryan Brewster.
How much you
never played a Premier League?
20, about 20 at the time, and obviously everyone's thinking that's crazy at that time.
Yeah, at that time, that's a good deals.
His Michael Edwards' best achievement was just getting Bournemouth to buy all our crap. That's probably why we've got this Bournemouth director in who's part of the clause. You buy all our crap players, let us get good, and then
that's your first charge right there. No joke. You lot, there's some little cheating going on there. You know that. It's all coming to play now, isn't it? You lot for you to keep this guy on for too long. It makes sense. Why are we not saying look into Bournemouth now? Where did he even get all that money from as well?
Do you not mix the Jordan Ibe on worse? That was their record transfer for about 2 years.
Yeah, mental.
And it was pre Neymar. It was pre the Neymar transfer, so prices were relatively normal, and they still paid close to 20 million for Ibe.
All right, let me do these. Cal, have you heard Kendrick diss track on Drake?
Yeah. Kendrick has got no chill, you know.
I don't understand. You've been out the game for like a decade and you decide that he's not even it's like, are you twerking for a response? Because I don't think you're gonna get one. Like
Drake knows he can't give a response. It's not worth it.
Probably
He'll
not.
Get destroyed.
Big up G says Coppish family, big up Cass, and in secret letters you lot can't see says big up Nams and Timothy. Spreading the love. And then Mario, big up yourself, says, would you swap Trent for Bellingham this summer?
Yes.
In a heartbeat.
That's not even gonna happen.
Like, no, but it's not realistic. It's just
yeah. I wouldn't though. I still wouldn't. I actually still wouldn't though. I wouldn't. No, it sounds crazy. I get it. Bellingham's doing what Bellingham's doing right now, but you got to understand what Trent means to Liverpool, being a Scouser as well.
That's last time I checked before Bellingham signed for Real Madrid, he meant everything in the world to you, man. You had Jordan Henderson trying to do up his best grooming session on him in England camp. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was you, man. According to the Grizz Khan sources, he was a Liverpool player.
No, don't do that to me. No, Grizz. That you can't do that.
That is PTSD being triggered, honestly.
No, Joe, it is. I'll be honest though. One thing I was thinking about is, all jokes aside, yeah, you got Real Madrid who are obviously monitoring Trent. The contract runs out in 2025, yeah. Edwards and Richard Hughes have now walked into the building. Their first priority has to be the free contracts for Trent, Salah, and Virgil before anything else. Those are the three players that we have to make sure they sign on that new deal, because if not, like you said, Tom, like Cal said, like you probably said, Nams as well, we can't let any of those players go for free. So it's actually a very, very big summer for us. It really is. I can't stress it enough.
Oh yeah,
I think Van Dijk and Salah sign. I don't see Van Dijk. I don't see why he'd go, and Salah, I could see him maybe wanting to go, but the right club not wanting him, so he might as well just stay. He isn't washed up for the Saudi league yet. He can still do it.
You know what? That's probably a great segue with the whole Salah thing as well, because I want to talk about your season as in general, like what you've kind of gone through from January, especially. I think that's an achievement in itself for the last few months, and I think you're one of the few clubs that have gone side by side with one another to really pull yourself through, regardless of the result, regardless if it's over like what what's it? The Notts Forest game was probably your toughest one. And then obviously now it's all coming to fruition. But people ain't checked Big Six done a lot when I think they were at Box Park today, and I heard it was really, really good in it. And they're gathering crowds and stuff. So look, that's how good like Grizz and the gang are doing. Saeed, Turkish, so big up them, man. Just thought I'd shout out real quick. I thought I'd shout out the more likes because last time I checked, the 1-to-4 ratio and the likes between the viewers right now is kind of it's arse and cheeks, as Mons would say. So you got to make sure you smash that like button. If you're on dark mode and it doesn't look like me, then you haven't hit the fun properly. If you're on, normal mode, yeah, which is the daily like light mode and all that stuff, Mons would say, you know what Mons says? If I say I might get clipped up and you know where it might go and I'd rather not, but you get it. You get the point. Make sure it's lit. Thank you very much. But yeah, look, I thought before we talk about the Salah stuff as well, you haven't had Salah for quite a long time. Like, in fairness, you had him for like a game and then he got injured. And then before that, he went to AFCON through January. And then you even Endo going through to the Asia Cup and stuff like that. And if we break down it little by little, you was looking like the more competent team between the start of the season towards December. And then you had hardships. Do you think that's not really spoken about enough through rival fan bases because it is what it is right now? Because everyone's getting their team back together. Because I thought
it's not just not being spoken about; it's been underplayed. Because they keep pulling out the average age. Oh well, the average age, lad. It was kindergarten Klopp. I'm seeing debuts for kids I'd never seen before.
I mean, have you seen Chelsea as well? I've seen someone called Washington. I've never seen before.
I know. Nice.
No, but Cass, do you know what it was? Every week was a guess who of which dad, which player here. We got a new debut here. Who did his dad used to play for?
I know. I've got another little. I mean,
what championship side did his dad have a good 100 games for? That was what it was. We were just going through.
And and I'm not being funny. Have you seen how many like people checking out who Dan's his dad in? And it was a massive thing over it because he done an interview with it. And then the Twitter fan base of Liverpool females and stuff like that went wild.
Oh yeah, I was one of them. I think I actually started it. Can I say claim to fame? I started the what's it called recognition. So if Jaden Dan's dad is watching this, like, you should know it's me.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, Tom. Sorry.
I mean, it's just you look at what we've done. It's not just been that we've had to play the kids. It's the sheer amount of injuries to key players. It's not like we've been losing squad depth. We have, in my opinion, 4 players who make World 11 every year. Salah, Trent, Van Dijk, Alisson. They're the best in their position in the world. Yeah. We've had to do 2 months without 3 of them. Facts. Pretty much.
Mental.
And we have dropped 5 points, is it? We dropped 5 points and went out the FA Cup.
Yeah.
That's it. We've won every single other game. Sam's got blood on his hands for this. I do not look like Conor Bradley, and it does not mean I'm related to every single academy player.
I actually see it now.
Conor Bradley.
Oh my gosh, that is so good.
The worst part is it wasn't Conor Bradley at the start. Ben Doak was the one it was at the start of the season. Then he stopped playing, so it became Conor Bradley. Honestly, every day it was just, there's another one. It got so bad. There's people on Twitter remember when every left back was out and then Trent got injured, so we literally had no fullbacks. And people were on Twitter going, we're trying to figure out which Tom Little we want at fullback. This one or that one.
I mean, if you had a bit more wavy-ish hair, you could get away with Bobby Clark as well. No, I mean, dead serious.
I don't have the accent for Clark.
Oh, I mean, you all sound the same, to be fair. I don't know. Where's Clark from?
Newcastle.
Oh, yeah, Northern, all the same. But yeah, anyways, I'm joking. People don't get...
Yeah. If someone clips that, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's a passionate fan base like this.
Yeah, passionate FC, man. Hard work FC, all of that FC, man. You know what? I don't actually care anyways. But yeah. But what else what do you think about it, Nams, with your season? You know, like, there's been a few players that have stepped up. There's a few players that have not really stepped up. You know, I think there's a little things that can get pointed at pretty much some of the players, but majority of put, like, I think that Klopp leaving speech kind of thing is kind of, it worked, its strengths, in my opinion. And now you're seeing yourself in a favourable position, which is obviously joint points somehow with this amazing Arsenal team. And then obviously City's just City, right?
Yeah, I think in this situation, it has shown Klopp's strength. I think Klopp is the best manager in the league for me personally. And I think that has shown in the way he's been able to use the academy and be able to utilize the squad with missing so many first team players. And when I say to people we're missing players, it's not like we're missing squad players. We're actually missing genuinely first team players. And the fact we're in this position of being second on goal difference, I think is amazing and a testament to Klopp. I don't think, me personally, any manager could have pulled that off, because we've seen how in the seasons in the past as well. For example, at Barcelona, we were missing Salah, Bobby, and Origi, and who came on? Origi and I want to say Shaqiri, was it? That came on instead to cover us, and they were amazing. Yeah, and exactly, and they were amazing, and I think that was a testament to Klopp. I just feel Klopp has this aura about him where he's able to just send a message and it reaches the bench players and the academy, and they just know what they're going to do when they come on the pitch and just play their absolute hearts out. Again, we saw that in the Carabao Cup. It was literally Klopp's kids. Like, the whole saying will never change. Like, it's literally Klopp's kids, and we saw them and they won us that trophy, and it was one of the proudest trophies I think we've won under Klopp's era because of the circumstance. And when Klopp said it's the best trophy he's won in his career, people were laughing at him, but it's the circumstance of like he's leaving, he has so many players injured, like McAllister came off at like 90 minutes because the poor boy was goosed, like he was completely done, and he had to bring on Bobby Clark, etc. And they did it for him against the Chelsea team that was playing their strongest 11, had all their bench players. And I just think they were a testament to him. And I think, like you said, him giving that message that he was leaving has done something in the dressing room. And it's really funny because when I saw he was leaving, the first thing I remember saying to my group of friends was like, I think we can go on and do this. I think they're going to use this.
I know, because Cal also thought he could do this.
We're winning it all, isn't it? And I'm here for it.
Oh god! I hope it doesn't come back to bite you in the ass at the end of the season.
You know what's bad about that? You don't know me, and you just watch that. You'll think I'm the most arrogant person in the world.
But yeah, no, I just feel like something special is happening, and I think it would be such a shame if Klopp was to leave with just one Premier League under his belt, because I feel like it doesn't do him justice. I feel like that second Premier League trophy is like necessary to sort of round off what has been an amazing era under him, not just for us, for the Premier League. I think without him in the Premier League, it would have been an absolute farmers league, and I think because of him, that's not been the case. So yeah, I just hope it just ends this love story in a fairy tale, because gosh, I'm trying so hard not to get carried away, because the PTSD I have from losing the league by 1 point the last couple of seasons is real. Like, I have not joined in the title talk at all because I am literally shook. But hopefully it ends perfectly and we'll be there celebrating.
This makes me sick. Ilyas, what do you mean? That was on Monster Stream only the other week. What are we doing?
That was
what do you mean? I think I got that.
No, that was 17-18 season, right, Cal? Because that was the top from 17-18, right?
You know what? I'll be honest. I've done it the last 2 quad chasing seasons.
I think I might have it. 1 sec.
The floor's yours. The floor's yours.
We're winning it all, isn't it? And I'm here for it.
Oh, you're on the quad train.
Oh, on the quad train. You think I'm just putting up the 4 because I'm Ric Flair, bro? Nah, it's on, innit? It's like, we're here for it. No, I told you, I booked out the last 2 weeks of May. Like, it's my son's birthday, the 18th. After that day, it's where's Liverpool.
I mean, Ilyas, speak for yourself. Hi, Cal. Wait, guys, I think it's Cal's brother. sorry, Cal. I can't help myself. You know that. I'm only by myself. Allow me, please. Thank you. Don't get on to me.
Yeah, I hold my hands up. It was me, man. I fully believed it. I fully believed it.
So, what players have impressed you the most, Cal? Give me 2 players that have impressed you in your season so far. I think there's 2 obvious standout candidates, in my opinion. And I think it's easy to say. I don't know why you lot are shaking your head. You could say someone completely different.
Yeah, I'm going. Can I cheat and go 3?
If you want. Oh yeah, by all means. I mean, I'm
going to go Virgil, because I think last season a lot of people thought Virgil was done, and there was a few people who were like, he's having a bad season, but I think he's going to come back. And I could understand why people would say he's done as well. Like, he had a really bad season last season, and then it's very unlikely for someone to have that bad of a season and then go on the trajectory he has, especially given his age.
Yeah.
So Virgil gets a special mention. For me, he's been our best player this season. Before Alisson got injured, so honourable mention to Alisson. Before Alisson got injured, I thought he was our best player. The other person I'm going to mention is McAllister.
Oh my word!
Bad boy.
Bad
boy.
Amazing.
See that 8-6 thing? Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'll admit, when we signed him, I was happy we signed him, but I wasn't gassed like that. I was just like, oh, good first signing. So Bosla I was gassed for. But McAllister, I was like, oh, really good first signing, solid. You see McAllister, the boy is
calling him Mac Daddy.
Say it, Cal. Say it. Just say what you're gonna say, innit? But McAllister,
for me, he's top 3 centre mids in the Prem.
I'm gonna say maybe. We're gonna have to do this at the end of the season, but like the top 5 best signings, price wise, form wise, and all that. It's got to be in that conversation. Yeah. One, I don't know yet. It depends who wins the league for me. Because if he will win the league, I'll probably go give it to Endo and McAllister.
I forgot about Endo. You're right.
On the other part, if Arsenal go and win it, I'm putting. I say, Havertz might be one of the better signings, depending on what he does, and obviously Declan Rice. But no, you have to have the conversation. Since January, Havertz has actually been generally quite good. Before then, he was pretty poor, a bit like Endo.
He's had some good moments.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I agree.
I remember you're starting from January. Like, we're talking season.
Season.
You know what I mean?
It would have to be Declan Rice if it's Arsenal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even I would say Declan Rice.
Who's the third one, Cal?
Endo has to be. Guys, anyone who watched Coppish would have seen, it was me and Matt, funny enough, that was on the show when the news broke. And this was a couple of days after the Caicedo thing. So obviously I was still in a bad way from the Caicedo.
You were still getting cooked over that Caicedo video straight after.
I made it.
Some of the stuff you were saying in that video was horrendous.
You know what? Is this the treble that you lot want? Here you go, is a treble clips for Cal.
Caicedo. We're gonna 6. Never doubt my owners. FSG to the day I die.
That's what you lot need.
That was actually AI Cal with the last bit. I don't know what Google
AI is a powerful thing these days.
It's mental how much it does now. AI.
That was how GBT.
Yeah, AI is a powerful thing, isn't it? Like,
night might have been one of the greatest nights of my life. Yeah, it's at 3 a.m. Monts rang me at 1:30, 2. Oh, we need to stream right now. We need to go stream right now. I'm like, what? Bro, have you not seen the news? It's like the Ornstein bomber and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what's that, bro? Like, you're waking me up here. He's like, get Don on the phone right now. Get Don on the phone right now. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, can't say though. Bid's been accepted. I'm thinking, I was like, yeah, let me get up. I was like, let me go splash some water on my face. I'm knackered, innit? And then, them clips were beautiful because 11 a.m. in the morning, all I see is Matisse go live.
I didn't even get 12 hours of content. Like, it was that day was probably my single worst day in terms of content.
But no one could have called it. The thing is, no one could have called that in a space of 7-8 hours. It was just
that was.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? Yeah?
It's worse because Klopp had a press conference that
Friday
morning, and he said, we've had a bid accepted. So you're like,
the best thing is Dap said, I got a feeling there's going to be another twist in this. I was like, what, really? Do you think so? He's like, yeah, I think so. And he called it. One sec. Let me bring in, let me call the scumbag of earth himself. Hang on.
I said scumbag. What are you talking about?
I'm joking, obviously. I'm sorry, Tom. You have to get dejected. Monts is obviously the guy.
I'm the guy now. Lovely.
You're Mr. Famous. You're all over the internet. Oh man, and as I said, you know what?
Are you the William Hill guy, bro? Are you the William Hill guy?
Yeah. Where's Canada? Where's Canada? We meet at Canada later as well. Where's Eric? I see it today. Not even that month. Funny enough, I went on Twitter. This is obviously not today. I think it was like 2 days ago. I was like, hold on a minute. I saw the snippet. I just literally saw like half a second of you. Then I see Eric and I was like, wait a minute.
Have you not seen the full clip, Matt?
No, I've seen it now. I've seen the full thing now, but
yeah.
I didn't realize before because he told me before, innit? Obviously, he told me before, but I ain't seen the whole thing in it. And then when I saw it, I was like, raw. Nah, big up, bro. Do you think your thing, man?
Once Hollywood, you know.
I don't. So why are you not doing this? Like, I just come here to say my humble hello.
You know what Monts is that guy, who can't handle compliments but loves them.
Yeah,
Loves them.
yeah, I love it. But you
Look at the dimples, man.
I come here to talk more. Man, are saying, "Where's Eric?" Man, are asking me, "Where's Eric?" In that, like,
to be fair though, if you want to get talking ball, we have just cooked Callum for the Caicedo thing. You were barking about Caicedo, like
yeah.
But again,
Lavia was our second choice. Whoa.
Wait, man, just understand. Like, I'll get Eric to beat him up. This man, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's first name basis now. It's first name basis. So you know what I'm saying, Kaz? As I said, you're a legend. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what anyone's been talking about. But anything Kaz says about that United game, don't listen to him, innit?
I haven't said. Well, I haven't said. All right, guys, have I said anything?
Mentioned it.
It's actually not mentioned.
Have I not been on my best behavior?
He has been.
I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting for that. That Coppish lineup. You know what I'm saying? So I can have a go at it. You know what I'm saying? I need to have a little talk on there with Drifty, especially. I don't even want to talk to Matt Cow. I just want to banter Drifty, and that's it. Because I know it, literally his head will explode. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see that. Don't let me do a double with you and a draw at Anfield. Just saying, innit?
God forbid.
Nah,
All of you, Nams, Matt, Tom, Biggs. What is it? I don't care. I don't care.
Diaz assist today, guys. Diaz assist. Sabozlai goal. 2 Gakpo assist. There. So.
This is some OG Nicky settings, isn't it? Like I said, they need a 6th one, not a 5th. 5 or 1.
They're saying we're getting in our G8 for when we get back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. Love you. Yeah, so I wanted top 3 most impressive players of the season for Liverpool so far. I want the comments to get involved and give me your 3 as well. If anyone wants to throw in any other names, because I think there's a forgotten man in all of this. I can't lie. And he's only
Can I say one midfielder who's really surprised a lot of people?
Please say his
I
name.
don't know if it's the same that everyone's thinking of, but for me, now I'm gonna say Curtis Jones.
There's the one.
For me, Curtis Jones has stepped up to a level where he can now look at himself and go, I'm now a first team Liverpool player, innit? Because when he first got into the team, when we was going through our little bit of a rut, everyone was like, he's good. And then he had the following season, he had a couple of injuries and he was a little bit inconsistent. But you see now, he stamped his authority on the game. Now you know what Curtis Jones is bringing to the table. I'd even say this. Alongside McAllister, I would actually say he's actually integral to our midfield and how we play under Jurgen Klopp. He's like the conductor. When I say to you, he's almost like trying to think of his playing style.
Lallana used to.
Yeah, but with a bit of genie, with the ball retention. Like you see before, he was a little bit indecisive, hold on to the ball too much and didn't really know what he wanted to do, sort of thing, innit? Now, he's a lot more decisive. Now he understands our patterns of play. And now you can actually trust him in our midfield now, innit? You have to look at it and go,
we control games better with him. We have more control because
we've actually missed Curtis Jones. That's how good. Curtis Jones is so good now. All Liverpool fans can sit here and say, all the games we haven't played with him, we can all say, no, we've actually missed Curtis Jones. He's actually that good.
You know what else there's to mention as well? I know it was just recent, like where he had to step in, but I really like Harvey Elliott as well. You know, I think this season, in the limited minutes he's had and the appearances he's made, I've loved watching Harvey Elliott this year. And the most recent one he had, yes, he wasn't scoring game in, game out or getting assists game in, game out, but he was doing everything right. And it wasn't like we could take him off in every game. I think he had to do like 6 90s in a row, starting on the right and then moving into centre mid. Like he was covering so much ground, doing everything for us. Harvey Elliott, and then obviously you got another one as well, Jarell Quansah. My guy Quansah. He's been
it's Corey.
Monster.
It's Corey.
That's a monster. Oh, I was gonna say, man.
What's it going, man?
That's not Eric. Where's Eric?
Yeah, we wanted Eric, bro.
We wanted Eric, bro.
What do you say, Corey? You just keep him on company because he's lonely in the room, yeah?
Obviously, check the bros, like, this is little Liverpool therapy. Like, what's going on?
Too many Liverpool, Corey. This is for Liverpool fans. Can we just carry on the stream, please?
Hey, man.
Carry on the stream, please.
Hey.
Carry on the stream, please.
I like my boy Anthony if you need something, yeah? I like my boy
Is that Drewski's little brother? big up young boy Drewski, man. But yeah. Anyways, moving on.
There's one name we're forgetting, you know, guys.
What? Oh, there's another name. Yeah, but they're
Joe
more
Gomez.
honorable
Gomez.
mentional names. They're like honorable mentions. Don't you reckon?
No,
Don't you think?
Gomez been up there this season.
Gomez has played everywhere in that defense.
Yeah, he's been
And in
amazing.
midfield.
I this is gonna annoy a lot of Arsenal fans, yeah. And it kind of annoyed. This is why he goes into my overrated 11, innit? At right back as well. Why he's a mention there. Can someone tell me the difference between Gomez and Ben White this season, please?
Hey now. If you go there, we won't be seeing us on stream for a long time, innit?
No, I'm not, and you know I want Arsenal to win the league, and you know I've been really much appraisal of Ben White and how solid he is. But he's given the same 7 out of 10 that Joe Gomez has given, and they do the exact same job.
Joe Gomez has been given better than 7 out of 10s, I'd say. Do you know what? Ben White, Ben White, yeah, I feel like outside of the fan base, he isn't really rated that much, innit? Outside of the Arsenal fan base, he isn't really, I'll be honest, he doesn't get the flowers he deserves. He's not a right back, and he's coming at right back, and he's played exceptionally well over, you could say, the best part of 2 years. But Joe Gomez, the fact that he's done left back, right back, DM, even though I don't really want to see him going in at DM again, that felt like hell in the cell.
I feel like Phil Jones. I remember Phil Jones when he got stuck at DM. It was mad.
That was rough. Like Southampton, that was rough, innit? That was rough to see Joey there. But you know what? He's done it even at centre back. When he came in at the start of the season at centre back, I said it. Like I said, Joe Gomez can never play centre back for my club again after last season, and he's proved me wrong. He's proved me wrong because, like, sometimes everyone takes different amounts of time to recover from their injuries. And Joe Gomez, for me, has had way too many injuries for his age. Donny is not 30. Donny is not 28. Donny's like 26. You know what I'm saying? And he feels like he's actually been at Liverpool for nearly 10 years, and he's only 26. That's like, understand how crazy that is. And by the way, he still hasn't had a haircut, by the way. He still hasn't had a trim. Lord knows how this man never gets a trim.
Tom Hoddleston settings, man.
It don't make sense, but no. I just to answer your question, I feel like
go on.
I feel like, and I'm just saying, I don't feel like there's a massive difference between the two. I just think Gomez has been a little bit more versatile. I feel like if we saw Ben White go centre back for a few games, I don't know how he'd fare.
By the way, overrated doesn't mean bad.
Go ask Ben White to do 10 games at left back, dealing against some of the best wingers in the league. Can I be shameless? What
does Ben White and Joe Gomez have in common? They both been ripped by Rashford.
Right.
Well, I'd add that one in there, thanks. Just recently, did you not watch that game? I did. I don't know about you guys. All right, last question I got for the boys and girls, or if you lot in the chat want to do up non-binary settings, up to you. Is Virgil van Dijk Liverpool's most important player?
Yeah. Well,
yes. I'd think so.
Some say Salah, some say Van Dijk. Some might actually say Alisson because of how much he saved this season.
Well, you know what it is? We've been without Alisson for a long period of time, and we've been fine. We've been without Salah for 2 months. He's coming maybe for the odd game, and we've been fine. I think if we lost Virgil van Dijk for 2 months, I feel like the defensive cracks will emerge even more, because as Liverpool, let's keep it a buck, we concede a lot of chances in games. But luckily, we have so many specialists who deal with one-on-one situations very, very well. Like Alisson and Van Dijk are freaks of nature, where they excel in things they shouldn't excel in. So I think it's Van Dijk. I think it's Virgil still.
Yeah.
I got left field answer. Oh, sorry.
Alisson's someone who, before Kelleher, would have been my unanimous pick. And he still is, for me, the second most important, because our entire style of play relies on the fact that man's a freak in one-on-ones. So the ones that Van Dijk can't catch up in, Alisson just saves them. Yeah. So, but I agree with Muntz. You take out, we can survive for a time without Salah. We can survive for a time without Trent. We can survive for a time without Alisson. We do not survive longer than 3 games without Van Dijk.
Tom, you're meant to stretch it so everyone else can have the piece. You're not meant to say the final, the final transformation. Goku.
I don't think Callum thinks it's. Callum's probably gonna go Endo or something. Watch.
Yeah, Virgil van Delegate, man. Why? What you say?
I think Virgil's our best player and been our best player this season. In terms of for the structure of the team, I think Endo is the most important player.
Yeah, but you survived when what about the start of the season when you was looking sort like McAllister became in his role in that 6. I think he became. Doesn't everyone? Don't you agree, Nams?
Endo for me has been the reason why
right.
Endo for me has been the reason why we see McAllister go to another level.
Agreed, but then here's the thing. We won't be the same team if Endo's not playing and McAllister has to play 6, something that we don't want to see, but we can cope. I feel like if you take out Virgil, yeah, that means you're left with only really Ibu, who Ibu, innit? I'm an Ibu fan, but he does pick at injuries. That leaves Kwanzaa, and that would also mean Gomez would have to cover because Matip is injured. Bro, if we lost Virgil for like Monty say for 2 months, we are in big trouble. Whereas I feel like we can get away with Endo.
There's a difference between if you lose a player, how the team would cope, to how important a player is when he's playing though.
No, but Virgil van Dijk is Liverpool captain, first of all. Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's got that aura where even when he steps onto the pitch, just like Salah and Alisson, to be fair, they automatically give us a chance. Don't get me wrong, Endo is very, very crucial. Yeah. But the team is actually theoretically built around Virgil. Remember, if you take out Virgil, those Diags are gone as well, first of all. When we go back in the defensive transition and it's one-on-one defending, we're relying on Kwanzaa and Ibu, the high line. Virgil's also the communicator as well. We've seen what it's like without Virgil, where you see the other defenders, they get into a bit of mix-up because there's not much communication. Virgil, I know we joke about it, but Virgil's the one that will send out the foot soldiers to go and win the ball back. Like, he knows where to be at what time. With Endo, don't get me wrong, Endo is one of the surprise, players of the season, but bro, it's not Virgil. Virgil is one of one. He's the best defender in the world, and there's no one else like him. That's the way I look at it, because you can replace it, Endo. You can't replace a Van Dijk.
But we can't replace. But here's the thing: right now, we can't replace Endo because we have no one else.
No, I understand that, but then let's say that like there was an emergency, yeah. If we go into a game with McAllister, Jones, and Szoboszlai, I'm not sitting there thinking, "Oh my days, like we can't win the game." Whereas if we got no Virgil, bro, let's say for example, it's say Ibu's injured right now. Yeah, that means
we're adding more though. Say
all right. Let's just say it's Ibu. Let's just say it's Ibu and
Ibu and Matip are both fit, but Virgil.
But Matip. No, but we can't use Matip because Matip's been out for the whole season. So we got to be realistic. So let's just say Ibu and Kwanzaa. Yeah. Ibu and Kwanzaa. Yeah. Away at Old Trafford. Are you cool with that?
No, not as cool. But I'm also gonna be real with you. If Endo's not playing away at Old Trafford, I'm fuming as well.
Yeah, but I think we can cope without Endo. We can't cope without Virgil.
Virgil's one of one. Based on what we saw on Sunday, I'll be real with you. And if Endo wasn't in that game on Sunday, we would have got ripped to shreds.
I see Cal's point.
It doesn't matter what you have in midfield. You don't still know how to do it. You don't know how to do with Kobe yet. Who's dealing with Kobe? That's the real question. Who's dealing with Kobe? Let me know right now, because I don't hear voices except yours. Once the heads are down, Tom's head's down.
Wait, Cat, wait.
Not the way you usually smirk.
Wait, Cass, is this Cass? Is this what we was like when we was Dross and we only had Coutinho? Is this what we was like?
I can't lie. Yes, kind. Well,
is this what we were like?
My old friends back in school, like school days,
like you guys are saying, I've won a prem, and we're saying I've got Coutinho. Because is that where it was?
You don't have Coutinho, and I do have Kobe. That's the difference.
No, but I'm saying Kobe is he's not a piece of silverware. He's a player.
To be fair, Kobe had a good 40 minutes, but after that, I say McAllister and Endo kind of dealt with him though. Don't get me wrong. The first initial 40. I was saying it on stream live. I was like, this guy's moving like he's the best midfielder in the world. We generally couldn't stop him. But once Liverpool understood what they were up against, we kind of like was able to manage him in it. Whereas you see Virgil and the counters, this is one thing I'll say about Liverpool compared to Man City and Arsenal, When it comes to defensive transitions, we're not as good, in my opinion, as Man City and Arsenal. So when it comes to one-on-one defending and get back into shape, we are not as great as the other two. And it means a lot of one-on-one defending. Virgil is elite at that. Look what he done to Haaland. Any other centre-back, I reckon Haaland might have even scored or got a better shot off. That maybe, do you know what I'm saying?
The difference is after 40 minutes, it wasn't just Kobe. It was one midfielder can't always do it by himself.
No,
it was the whole team shut down. Literally. Anyways, one second. Go on. I was just going to ask, like, away from all of that, anyways, because this is going to get bare tribalistic. Nams, back Virgil van Delegate. What were you think? Is to you? Is he the most important player to Liverpool?
Yeah, for me, he's the most important because, like Matt said, I just feel like if he was missing or if he was injured, like we'll be so done for completely. Like I'm not relying on Konza and Konate to get us through to the promised land. Like I'm not being funny. Like a couple seasons ago where we were in a title race, he got an ACL injury and our season was over. Like it was literally over. And he took many seasons, 2 seasons, I say, to get back to his form that he is now. And now he's back. Like, I just can't imagine a team without him. Also, he's a very good captain. I was quite skeptical about him coming captain, I'll be real, because of the season he had last season. He really pissed me off. So I was saying give it to Alisson, because Alisson was just like our best player by far last season. And like, I just felt more assured with him. So I was always looking at Van Dijk sideways because I didn't think he was going to reach these levels he's reaching now. He has, and he's very vocal on the pitch. And I just think he's so important. And I think that Carabao Cup final was a very good example of how important he is. Like Klopp literally took off most of our first team players, and he was the one left on the pitch with these academy players, and he goes and scores the winner. So he's literally everything we want in a player: captain, leader, legend, amazing footballer, amazing defender. And I just feel like if we ever lost him, God forbid, like we are so done. Like we are completely done this season. So just pray he doesn't get injured.
I reckon he can play false 9.
Oh my God.
Hey, he could play as a target man with the guy. He wins every header. Like,
Hear me out, though.
Carried away.
No. Hear me out, though. Like when a man has 3 haircuts in one, and where's the armband?
To be fair, that is crazy.
Yeah, man has 3 haircuts in one. He can play false 9. Don't give me. Don't no one do all of this. Oh, Mon's going. No,
I'm not hearing that, but do you know what? We can dream.
So
We can dream.
I said full time like it's Genie Wijnaldum.
Big up Genie. Genie back today, by the way. But no.
Did he bag one today still?
He back,
Oh.
Yeah,
back
he
today.
did.
Cody assist. Gakpo
Oh,
assist.
Cody assist, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
He
then.
played on left. He played on left, guys, and I think.
Listen,
You
don't
got
get me
2
started with
assists.
Cody.
You got 2 assists.
Yeah, left
That's
wing,
not
by the
surprising
way.
me.
He did in left wing.
Oh my God!
Where should be
When
playing?
you put a left winger
Exactly.
on the left wing, they play.
It's
well.
amazing what can happen when you play a player
In the
in
right
the
position. It's
natural
amazing.
position, bro.
Scotland. What was the score?
4-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
That means
Cody got 2
Scotland
assists.
playing next game in. Yeah, man. Away from home.
I've never seen a United fan celebrate Scott McTominay like that. You know.
Yeah, not playing next game.
Wait, sorry, just quickly. Did Carl say that Endo was our most important player this season?
Yes.
He did.
Yeah, Carl, here's where we're gonna keep falling out in streams again. Here's where we're gonna keep falling out. Do you not remember at Crystal Palace where you got hooked at half time and you got rushed by the icy freeze? You got rushed, bro.
No, I
You
do.
got punched up in the alleyway.
No endo slander. Like I love him.
No, it's not even slander. I'm not saying it's slander. I'm saying Endo was not. By the way, that was game week 16. Yeah, that was game week 16. Crystal Palace when you got hooked. Up until that point, was Endo a regular or playing well enough off the bench, or when he started?
Klopp does that where he eases
No, but we're
people
talking about
in.
right now. Not over
Yeah, I hear it. I'm just saying.
I saw Virgil
be
doing
fair,
a
man,
madness against
what I
Arsenal.
will
saying
say, devil's
season.
advocate, Van Dijk, Newcastle away.
Yeah,
Van Dijk versus Arsenal. Van Dijk versus Arsenal.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Van
He got a
Dijk
red card.
Arsenal.
It was never a red.
What about Ali?
No.
You can have a bad game.
No,
Everyone can have a bad game.
Mons, it was a red. He kicked through his axe like it was a red.
Yeah, but that's his worst game this season.
Maybe I
Endo's
was
actually been
blinded.
hooked off.
Maybe I was blinded by the waves in it. But listen, hear me out. Yeah. Hear me out. Endo has not become a mainstay apart from like I'd say halfway through the season he's become this amazing DM.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So we've shown that we can play without him because Liverpool weren't 4th and 5th when Endo weren't playing. We were still up there and thereabouts when he was sitting on the bench and getting hooked and putting in stages in the Europa League. Now he's found his own because everyone, listen, it's the Premier League. Everyone takes their own time to adapt the way they need to adapt.
So why didn't you give that to Højlund then?
Listen,
Why didn't you let Gakpo land a little bit more? Why didn't you let Modric land a little bit more?
are you trying to figure out Højlund's skincare or something, bro? He went 14 games about.
I mean, he wishes he were my skin. Well, I mean,
he went 13, bro. He went 13 games about.
That's a disgrace. I'm not gonna lie, that's a disgrace.
Wait.
I didn't say. I mean, look, I didn't say.
No, Kaz. Alright, cool. Sorry, Kaz. He's a good player. He's a good player. Sorry. Kaz, he's a good player. He's a good player. But if you are a striker and you've been signed for 70 million and you play 13 Premier League games and you don't score a single goal,
that's not what you said, Mons.
bummy.
That's not what you said, Mons. Your direct, you didn't mention price with
That is
Endo.
what I
Thing. With Endo, you didn't mention his price or nothing like that. You said you're gonna let him land and adapt in their own little way. Did you give the same?
No, I didn't. I was cussing him though. I was cussing him.
No, I'm just saying, innit? Just
I was
saying, innit?
cussing him.
No,
Same
but
way I
one was
cussed Jota.
16, one was 70, bro.
Well, yeah, but
It's
bro,
not even about the price. It's not even about the price. It's about
No,
how
you're right.
about
That's
the
true.
price.
That
price
is
isn't-
true. That is
It
true.
is
the
about
price.
the
The
price.
price doesn't allow you to choose how quick or how slow you adapt to a
That is
league.
true. That is
Yeah,
true.
you
That's
lot.
true. That's true.
Well then,
Listen.
thank you.
No, it's not true. The fall of Manchester United is one of the greatest things that it needs to be studied. Because now all of a sudden the price don't
It don't
matter.
need to be studied.
Now
We
the
know
price
why
don't
it
matter.
is.
The price don't matter now. It's crazy.
No, it's
Like,
not about the price.
if
No,
anyone
no.
else trying to striker for 70 million, I want results. I want results. I want results. Yeah. And now all of a sudden, 7 Premier League goals is good enough. Doesn't flipping Morris from Luton have 7 goals? I'm not hearing it, bro.
How many Champions League goals does Nunes have?
in the Premier League.
How
And
many
I'm
Champions
hating
League
it
goals
like
does
it's
Nunes
for
have
God's
this
sake.
season? None.
Nunes is a. You know what?
None.
Let me not. I won't even
Yeah,
say
Let's
my
not
yeah,
take on
compare
Nunes.
the
Let me
two.
not.
Let's not compare
Yeah,
the
it's
two.
Let me not
man.
say my take
Let's
on
not
Nunes.
compare the two.
Yeah, man.
I
One's way
already
better than
told
the
you
other.
Nunes is overrated. Nunes is a good player, but he's overrated. I already
No,
told
he's
you.
not. Okay, we're
Wow.
not starting this.
One session with Eric Cantona and you're throwing kung fu kicks on stream, bro.
Listen, you might wait, Cal. You know, Cal, why you acting like my opinion on Nunes is different? I've had this
No,
energy since
you
he
have
started.
to
I
rate
thought it might have
Nunes.
changed though a little
No,
bit.
but Nams, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying. I
He's
said
not
he's a good-
overrated though. I think he's underrated.
I think so too, Nams.
I think he's underrated.
everyone
Nunes
knows
is
I'm actually a
underrated.
Nunes
I'm
fan,
so sorry. Nunes is
doesn't
underrated.
mean-
I think the last couple of games, he's like
Underrated.
actually showing what he can do.
I know that.
And
You should
He
give away
hasn't
the
scored against the Premier. He hasn't scored against a team in the top 10 since November, since August against Newcastle. That was the last time he scored against a team in the top half of the
Nunes is
Premier League.
underrated. I'm so sorry. Nunes is
How is that
underrated.
underrated? How?
He is. He's not overrated at all.
Listen, you know what? Do you know what it is though? Like, I haven't really had much chat for Nunes this season because again, he's putting up the numbers. Me, I still think there's a long way to go. You can't stay raw forever. He still needs to make improvements to meet my expectations.
Yeah, 100%.
But I'm just saying, don't compare Nunes to Højlund because Nunes done been getting slander from when he was even training before he kicked a ball for Liverpool. In training, he was skying the ball in training.
Why
Man was
though,
getting
Mons?
clipped up.
Why though,
Højlund,
Mons?
Rasmus Højlund was
wait,
getting.
Mons.
Bro,
You have to
Rasmus
ask me
Højlund had a
why.
TikTok. He had a TikTok duo. He had a TikTok doppelganger.
But Mons, the reason why that happened is because your fans to put him on the face of put him up against Haaland, bro.
And Man United fans, the greatest team in England, have now said it's okay to score 7 goals over 30
No
goals.
one said that's okay, but in the first season, I'm not being funny. If he ends with 10 plus goals towards the end of the season, plus 5 in the Champions League, I'm not being funny. But you're like, for a young boy, that's like 20. And I know you don't have to mention age with some, but he's not exactly Kobe type levels, obviously in ability. But I'm just trying to say you have to pick that up as well. I'm just saying, innit? You fans did it, not us. Sky Sports ran with it because who started it? It's probably like, I don't know. I was gonna call him John Little, but I can't remember the TikToker's name, man. Basically Tom's friends. But Andrew writes that Chelsea have to sell. Why can't we bid for Caicedo and Colwell? We need to be big boys next season and keep moving forward. Because the thing is, they only have to raise 200 million. They have to only raise 200 million. They can do that with a few of their players.
Chelsea sell very well. As much as they're bums, they sell very well.
Yeah. But anyways, big up to everyone on the panel. Gonna have to end it right there, unfortunately. Big up Nams. I hope you lot enjoyed the debut.
Serious debut.
Well.
Serious debut.
Big up,
Yeah.
man. Big up.
Big up, obviously Timothy in the bottom right. Big up, forget Mons, and obviously Coppish, man. You know how hard it is to get Matt on, people.
What do you mean?
Don't
do that. Don't do that.
You know how hard it
Don't
is.
do that.
Time ever, you know.
Man love lying, you know. This brother also said it's my second time on the channel as well. This brother will lie for his teeth.
Since I've been on this channel, it's his second time. Yeah.
This guy. But no, big up as always, brother. Come
maybe
on.
third.
Big up.
All right, by the way, if I see any Sims for Nams, I'm blocking you off the channel. I'm tired of you lot. I've seen a few of them. I'm just blocking you in it. Obviously, big up Cal, man. Obviously, one of the most hardworking YouTubers out. He's got another channel to go on. So yeah, any Sims. If you're not simping by super chat, you're getting blocked. So I'm being a Terry Flewers. It is what it is. So in a bit, thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Big up.